Hello everyone.
Today we're in the city where everyone has dreamt of living at least once. We're in Los Angeles.
Someone adores him while someone hates him. After all, Los Angeles is a city of contrasts.
Well, let's watch it with us. To be continued. Few cities in the USA and in the whole world can offer as much diversity as Los Angeles.
Here you can go swimming in the ocean, then go hiking in the Hollywood Hills, and then you can go skiing in the snow-capped mountains after an hour's drive from the city of Los Angeles. And of course, here you can go to completely different areas that are very different from each other. The cultural diversity is immense here. I must mention my favorite amusement parks, which are also the most incredible and coolest in the world. Here there is both Disneyland and Universal Studios, and there is Six Flags with extreme roller coasters. And of course, the choice is huge.
And in California, the climate is also considered ideal. Here there are 300 sunny days in a year. Isn't it paradise?
Los Angeles is one of those cities where there is no ethnic majority. Somewhere around 50% of Mexicans live here, as Los Angeles is the largest metropolis closest to Mexico. Most Mexicans, when they come to America, they go straight to Los Angeles as it is a big city with ample opportunities for them.
And the most interesting thing is that despite this, everyone here speaks English because, for example, in Miami, the story is the same, that there are a lot of immigrants there, and you often hear speech from different countries, a lot of different languages, so here English is predominantly. By the way, we often hear Russian speech in Los Angeles in areas like Glendale and Hollywood.
Yes, and of course there are different cuisines here in Los Angeles. Of course, you can find absolutely any cuisine, as the city is simply huge. But of course, our favorite cuisine is shawarma at Liventseva. In Los Angeles, there are multiple places with shawarma, but this particular one is highly recommended. One shawarma, $15. Delicious. Glendale is an Armenian district. Besides Armenians, many other people live here, like in any district of Los Angeles. But the Armenian diaspora here is really large. About 200,000 Armenians live here. Guys, for those who want a cleaner area where there are more Russian-speaking people and our local businesses, then Glendale is perfect for you. Los Angeles is certainly a city that heavily relies on cars, so if you reside in this area, you can expect to dedicate a significant amount of time to commuting on the road. On average, Los Angeles residents spend 103 hours a year in traffic jams, which is roughly equivalent to 4 days. Certainly there is public transportation in Los Angeles as well, but due to the city's immense size, when observing it from the Griffith Observatory, the end or the edge is not visible, as it stretches out for such a great distance. And naturally, it is extremely challenging to travel by bus. You can spend 2 hours traveling in one direction or even 3.
But simultaneously, we have a student who has been traveling on public transport in Los Angeles for 6 months.
We make a wager with him at this location.
Hi all, I'm Semyon, residing in LA for 9 months, relying on public transport throughout the entire duration. These are regular buses and the metro. The fare on them is unified, it costs $1.75. Metro, honestly, it's dirty, smelly, and full of homeless people there. Buses are a little cleaner, but they run with delays, so you can always see in Google Maps that the bus is running 5, 10, even 15 minutes late. Plus public transport, sometimes during rush hour, you can get there faster than by car to a certain area in Los Angeles. Utilizing public transportation can assist you in saving a substantial amount of money, particularly if you are on a restricted budget and do not purchase or lease your own personal automobile.
By the way, there are additional students as well. When we were in language school, the guys also informed us that someone even travels to the ocean by bus. But guys better by car.
It will just take longer, most likely.
At this moment, we find ourselves in the center of the Glendale district, which happens to be one of my absolute favorite places in Los Angeles.
And there is also a shopping center here, very cozy streets. And I'm curious, maybe you've seen before or not, what does a Tesla store look like? Here, right inside, the cars are attached, and you can come, look, even touch. These car doors open in an upward direction, can you even imagine? And there is an abundance of space inside the vehicle. Wow, it is incredibly cool. We must absolutely go. A downside of LA is pricey housing, especially in the city center or areas like Beverly Hills, Santa Monica. Living there comes with a higher price.
And of course, you can find various conditions everywhere.
Guys, for example, they live in downtown for $4K with a big cool apartment. Comment if you want a review of the accommodation.
In general, it's highly profitable to collaborate on housing. And we have guys, and in SD, they also rent like that. They're 3-room, 4-room apps around $3,000.
They live together, share bills, even the water and electricity come together. But it is much more profitable and convenient.
That's why our chats for each city where we have language courses are helpful. That's why the guys unite, easily find info per guides and so on.
If you go to America, you will be in this chat as our student. You'll see everything soon.
And speaking in general about the standard of living in Los Angeles, here people on average earn $30 per hour or $67,000 per year. Yes, this is likely not the optimal city in terms of the salary to prices ratio, but it is still generally not bad overall. People have $5,327 remaining after taxes. The AVG salary in LA is enough to cover 1.8 months of expenses after taxes. So for almost 2 months of living here, you'll have enough AVG salary. So that you understand, such an indicator in Moscow is only 1 month. So by earning 1 month, working 1 month in Moscow, you will be able to live for 1 month. Other cities, e.g. the same Shanghai in China, there's only one. So you'll be able to live a bit over a month. Paris and London, this is 1.3. In Los Angeles, the ratio is significantly improved. And even if we take Canada, which is often compared to the USA, there the indicator in Vancouver is 1.6 months. Despite this, it is still worse than in Los Angeles. However, when we compare it to other big cities in America, such as Dallas or Houston, then the indicators in those cities will be better. Suppose in Dallas this indicator is 2.2 months. So with one salary in Dallas, you will be able to live for 2 months, well, a little over 2 months. Gasoline in LA and in CA in general is much pricier than the average in the US. Here they like to impose a separate tax on gasoline, and it is quite high. That's why the prices are so high. We have a full tank somewhere around $70, sometimes even $90 when prices jump significantly. I know people who drive Priuses. We have a lot of students who drive Priuses. They have a full tank for $45. Let's ask our student Nikita, who has been living in Los Angeles for more than 6 months, how much he pays for renting a car.
Yes, I do have a 2011 Prius and I make a payment of $435 per month for it. Well, Prius because it's economical, meaning it has a mileage of over 40 miles per gallon. It's cost effective because on average they're like 20, 25, 30, well, something like that here. And also it has never broken. The owner wanted to sell it to me for $4,000, but I declined because it's more convenient and comfortable for me to rent it in case something breaks and the owner needs to fix it.
By the way, they also inquire whether we are able to save on gasoline by utilizing Tesla. Well, definitely yes, because we have a full tank. Charging costs around $24 on average, and it is enough for 300 miles. BTW, 1 Tesla, 2 Teslas. In LA, many people drive Teslas, and it's popular not only here, but in CA as a whole, and it's even encouraged by the Gov. So some amount can be deducted from the tax. It's called Fed, tax deductible.
There are still separate states at the federal level. We are currently in the very center of Los Angeles, in its heart. This is downtown Los Angeles. He is quite small if compared to New York and not as prestigious as the same Manhattan in New York. By the way, this is the most disadvantaged district of Los Angeles. Its name is Skid Row, and we will now ride on it and show you what it looks like. Here is downtown and all these tents. There are a bunch of homeless people, and the number of them is just 1 million here. And all of this is located right in the center of the city.
I have a feeling that they might just not like something. They might start hitting your car there. I don't know. Someone might even have a weapon. And it is like, I do not know, some man was pointing in our direction. Oh my God, red traffic light. This is exactly what I was afraid of. He was pointing at us with his finger like, look, they're filming. They don't like it when they are filmed. And you know, it is when a rumor spread by word of mouth and they captured us, devoured us, and we were like, that is it.
And he indicated with his finger, mimicking a gun, you know, as if saying, right now, look, let's pick up this car. And then individuals began exhibiting it, and I simply observed other bloggers, how they assault like that. I imply they record us like that, and they launch an attack on this vehicle.
And then like a movie. Need for Speed, hooray.
To the red. Many say that the downside of LA is that it's expensive, but perhaps many LA residents would disagree with that. The main drawback of Los Angeles is that there is a huge number of homeless people here. There are approximately 69,000 homeless individuals in the district of Los Angeles. We have actually visited one of them with you now. In such an area where there is the highest concentration of these homeless people, there are no more specific districts in Los Angeles, but tents are present and can be found all over the city. Most of the homeless are harmless, but a considerable number have mental disorders, which is why many of them live on the street. It is not because it is simply difficult to find a job in America or difficult to pay some bills for housing. All psychiatric hospitals closed, non-dangerous individuals released onto streets. Now these people live on streets due to hospital closures, no place for them to go. Many people give them money, give them food, and those among them who can work easily can find a job because they are helped. They have shelters where they can live. But again, since many people have mental disorders, they simply live on the street. It is even difficult to keep them somewhere. That's why such a problem exists in America.
Well, I would like to mention that not every district has homeless people. For example, we were in the Glendale area. I never met a single homeless person there the whole time, so it doesn't matter to them how the locations are chosen. But downtown is always the most enticing place for the homeless because there is a large flow of people here, and here you are most likely to get something.
Why did the riot occur in the city center? Because it was originally planned to keep all homeless people in one place, and the police deliberately, when people were released from psychiatric hospitals, took them to one district and wanted the whole city to be clean. But somehow they didn't succeed, and therefore. In New York, although there are even more homeless people than in Los Angeles, but they all live in shelters there. So the climate there is completely different. They are just on the street. I think they won't survive in winter there. Therefore, they all live in shelters.
Sure, enough.
Individuals who opt for such a trajectory on their own.
Just live.
Not to work on the street. I will now attach a video, a fragment where a girl tells how she worked in a salon in Beverly Hills and now just quit her job and chose to live like this on the street.
I honestly worked in Beverly Hills at a hair salon for a year while I was out here before I was homeless. And I enjoyed doing this a lot better than I enjoyed doing that.
You enjoy homelessness more than cutting hair?
It's all the angry, mean, rich ladies.
Oh my gosh.
And this way I get some freedom. I'm my own boss. I can make my own hours, take a day off if I can when I want to, and I'm enjoying the fresh air. It gives me a chance to travel if and when I want to. I'm not attached to a mortgage or a family or any business payments right now, so I'm enjoying my freedom while I'm young enough and healthy enough to have it.
To be honest, we just stood at the intersection for 5 minutes while shooting a video, and several people approached us and asked what we were shooting, if we were recording a podcast, and offered to subscribe to our channel. If you walk around the city, you can gather an audience that will watch you. Everyone is interested in shooting, everyone is asking.
One person wrote Nikita's phone number. There will be a continuation. So guys, please describe LA in few words.
In few words, I think it's a city of dreams, you know, like here you see a lot of people that come to like actually achieve their dreams, you know, so it's like a live city, you know, like you can feel that energy, you can feel the experience, and you can actually see that has a lot of movies filming in here, so it's an alive city, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like that, yeah.
We've been in LA just for a few hours, me and him, and the place
Wow.
is magical.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
It's unique.
Wow. Where are you from, guys?
Brazil.
Brazil.
Wow.
We're all from Brazil. Yeah, I'm here for like a year and 9 months already, and I don't think about coming out, you know?
Wow.
Like, I've always dreamed about living here, and now that I'm here, I try to just enjoy the experience.
That's so
you know?
cool. If it's not a secret, what do you do for a living?
I skate, like, that's what I love to do.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
So I'm part of this brand right here called Honest. you
Wow.
know? But here in LA, I work in a restaurant because we need to pay bills and everything.
Yeah, sure.
Downtown Los Angeles is notorious for its lack of safety, and I will now provide you with a detailed explanation of why it is widely considered to be an unsafe area within the city. Here you can see an empty Starbucks counter. This is me, honestly the first time I've ever seen in America, and I know what it's connected with the fact that there are a lot of homeless people downtown. They can just walk into a store, take something and leave. And workers in America usually won't even stop this person. Moreover, it is even prohibited by law. I have heard about such situations when even restaurant owners were complained about if they try to restrict people who come in and even cause some inconvenience and trouble for customers, which can lead to negative reviews and a decline in business. So it's easier for them to just remove everything so that no one comes in and takes anything. But it's my first time seeing something like this in the US. Not surprising it's in downtown. Just now we had a situation with N and B. She left Starbucks and went after the man who was just here. I don't know if he's homeless or not, just some guy. Hard to tell a homeless person from a non-homeless one here, as they're usually well dressed. He grabbed a sign and it chased him to get the sign. In one instance, he calmly gave it to her, but here is this strange behavior among people, because some have certain deviations.
So I'm the 8th generation born in California. And like my favorite part about Los Angeles is that an hour away you can go to the snow. An hour away you can go to the ocean. You know, hour away you can go to the desert. You know, so that's like my favorite thing is going out and exploring and, you know, having fun. And so that's my favorite part about Los Angeles.
Thank you.
Wouldn't imagine living here, you know, but visiting is very fun.
And the weather's usually pretty good.
Yeah, the weather, yeah.
Great.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
And now we are in Hollywood with you. Behind us is Hollywood Sign. Hollywood is a famous district of Los Angeles and the heart of American cinema.
Here you can walk the Alley of Fame, see famous film studio buildings, and visit a cinema museum dedicated to the art of cinema.
And here is a Chinese cinema. Surely you have seen how Hollywood stars leave their prints. So this is happening right here, before entering the cinema. We have already seen the footprints of Harrison Ford, but in general you can find footprints of famous Hollywood stars here.
Yes, and by the way, anyone can come here to watch a movie. Right now, for example, John Wick is here, and they just invited me to go see him. And here, right next door, the Oscar ceremony is happening, which we attempted to go to in order to see Hollywood stars not too long ago, a few weeks ago.
We were late, everything was blocked there, so it didn't work out. Santa baby.
In Hollywood, there are renowned stars on the Walk of Fame. Actually, here's Matthew McConaughey, one of my favorite actors, and here's Hugh Jackman, another prominent celebrity.
I arrived close to Scarlett Johansson. We are walking along Hollywood, just wanted to walk along the street, and here everything is already closed. There is a red carpet, shooting. In general, Los Angeles is about great opportunities in art, music, movies, cinema, and acting. And it's here, I don't know, it's highlighted so much because it's everywhere here.
Guys, this is generally.
We drove from Hollywood Hollywood to Beverly Hills for 18 minutes. In Beverly Hills, there are simply luxurious houses, boutiques that we will show you now.
And someone made a map of where Hollywood stars live in Beverly Hills, with each house clearly marked for easy identification.
If you think living in Beverly Hills is costly, then you're correct. However, there are alternatives. For example, our student managed to find a room for $700 per month, and he can see the sign Hollywood from his window. Imagine it.
And in Beverly Hills, you can also see the same hotel from the movie Pretty Woman. Richard Gere was just collecting her from him.
In the Beverly Hills area, there is a 3-kilometer-long street filled with the most exclusive boutiques. George Armani, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Versace. This is only a small part of what this area offers. There are also a wide variety of restaurants and cafes where you can enjoy tasty food and relax and unwind after a day of shopping. Rodeo Drive is a place where you can feel like a real Hollywood star and immerse yourself in an atmosphere of luxury and abundance. Just imagine, I recently bought pants at the same Dior boutique where A$AP Rocky and Rihanna recently shopped. I can't even imagine what emotions I would have felt if I had met them in the store.
Through the Beverly Hills district runs Santa Monica Boulevard, which is actually why we came here, and it leads to the famous Santa Monica Pier, which many of you know from the game GTA. Well, here we are at yet another iconic location, Venice Beach. You most likely also witnessed this place in Grand Theft Auto, and the renowned Arnold Schwarzenegger also underwent training at this spot.
As someone who liked LA only from the 5th time, I can confidently say that LA is all about the vibe it exudes. It's not about something safe, well-groomed, clean. It's about adventures that completely captivate you, about characters that are interesting to observe. This is the identical atmosphere that Los Angeles provides us.
To clarify, once Kristina and I were strolling on Hollywood BLVD and there was a man walking his goat there, it was extremely cool. And the entire city, it is completely dedicated to music, style, and creators who dress in various clothes, all in an effort to express themselves in unique and creative ways. And it's amazing, and this of course is a city of contrasts. And in people, this contrast, and in the streets and in the whole city, it's clearly reflected. We also have a friend, Tanya. She also moved to Los Angeles from San Diego, and she moved here precisely because of the contrast, because here she experiences some new emotions every day, and every day she sees, learns something new, and so on. And I understand it very well.
Individuals simply skate on roller skates. Amazing.
Venice, of course, is one of the most interesting neighborhoods in Los Angeles. There are so many different people here, and each one is doing completely different things.
By the way, one of my very good friends lives in Venice. He says that he hardly uses a car, which is rare for Los Angeles, because you can walk here to cafes, to shops, but this is one of my favorite places. It's so atmospheric. Oh my God, I'm just buzzing.
Write in the comments if you like this video.
And each of you can come to Los Angeles, as hundreds of our subscribers have already done. To learn more, we've attached a video about the language school in Los Angeles we collaborate with.
See you all soon.
Goodbye.